Hi guys, thank you for watching my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Neptune in the ninth house. So what is Neptune? Neptune is a totality of consciousness. It is dreams and sleeping, different states of mind. It is fantasy, imagination, inspiration, illusion, confusion, as well as deception. It is drugs and alcohol, spirituality, unconditional love, loss, selfless service, and sacrifice. What is the ninth house? This is where we will go on journeys, whether physical, mental, or spiritual, as a means to grow and expand our consciousness. It also shows where we seek to find meaning and to connect the dots of existence. This is where we may long distance travel, experience foreign cultures, get a higher education, deal with the law, publishing, as well as join a religion or follow a specific philosophy. On a deeper level, the ninth house is where we learn to live spontaneously with an open heart and mind. This is what allows us to genuinely experience the moment without preconceived ideas and beliefs. And through this practice, our consciousness is expanded. We come to realizations and insights that can only be found by being present in the here and now. The ninth house is also about nature and the natural laws of life. Neptune in the ninth house may have a very strong need to seek redemption through some kind of belief system. This can be through devotion to a guru, spirituality, a religion, or a philosophy. There is just a deep-rooted need to find some kind of enlightenment with this placement. It also shows that a large part of your growth and expansion will come from spirituality or a religion of some kind. You may have a very strong moral impulse as well as principles that weren't necessarily taught to you. Maybe you've always just had really strong convictions that you just can't explain logically. You may be on an unending journey or adventure to find meaning and purpose throughout your life. You could constantly ask yourself things like, why am I here? Or what role do I play? There is also a need to seek and learn in the fields of higher education as well as through travel and foreign cultures. You may be curious about the world and dream of grand adventures in far-off places and be a very adventurous person. Something that you will want to be mindful of with Neptune in the ninth house is that there could be a perception of the grass is always greener on the other side. However, when you get to the other side, wherever that may be, there could always be a let down of your expectations, which could once again set you on another seeking to find greener pastures elsewhere. And each time you are met with the same outcome of some kind of disappointment or disillusionment. There is just something that it feels like it's just not enough and that there is something better. And we will go deeper into the psychology of this in just a moment. Travel and adventures may even be a main source of creative and artistic inspiration for you. There is just a natural need to remain in a growth mindset and to be a notorious lifelong student in some way. You have a really deep hunger to learn and expand your consciousness in any way that you can. When it comes to the style of studying, maybe more of an intuitive learner, not just using your left brain, but also incorporating your right brain. Because of this, it is really crucial for you to put your ideas in the framework of the larger picture and to understand it within that context. This will really help things connect for you in a more meaningful and long-term way. When traveling, you need to be more aware with Neptune in this placement, as it can make you more unsuspecting of any real danger or threats. You may be gullible, and this could make you an easy target for those who would take advantage of your openness. Neptune in our charts can make us very vulnerable, almost like an open nerve that is just exposed to the elements. This can also apply to religious leaders or a guru in your life that may not have the best intentions. Neptune can make it easy to see what we want to see and to believe what we want about any situation or person. This is where we can idealize others and put them on a pedestal, whether they deserve it or not. There can be an almost irresistible attraction to someone who promises the keys to heaven in some way. And because Neptune is also where we may sacrifice ourselves, there could be an unhealthy desire to abandon everything, including our ego, our possessions, or our attachments. And although it is healthy to share ourselves, it can be very dangerous when we lose ourselves. And it's really important to know the difference with this placement. Another possible issue could be that you could over-identify with your own beliefs and can become fanatical or extremist in your outlook. This could include preaching to those with different beliefs, trying to convert others, or convince them to think differently. When we are over-identified with our ideas and beliefs, we are unable to fully experience the moment and the environment as it truly is. This would block us from the openness and the spontaneousness in the present moment that we need. And this is very much what the 9th house is about. Because if we are not able to be present to experience the here and now as it is, how do we continue to grow and expand our consciousness? There is a really good example that I think illustrates the essence of the 9th house very well. It's basically like a child that experiences something for the first time, where you can just see that beautiful moment of insight in their eyes and their face. Their mind was just expanded. Say, like when they are playing outside and a butterfly lands on them, and it's within that moment that the law of nature is working naturally to expand their consciousness and to gain a deeper meaning of the world we live through that direct and pure experience. With Neptune here in the 9th house, that moment may have touched you even deeper. Now we are not just learning and expanding on a conscious level, but also on a deeper unconscious and spiritual level. If we already have preconceived notions or fixed ideas about a subject, we close ourselves off from fully experiencing it in the moment authentically. Jeffrey Wolf Green talks about the analogy of the ocean being the soul and the wave the ego. And Neptune in astrology represents our deepest self, or in other words, the ocean. The totality of consciousness longing to go back to the source. When Neptune is in the ninth house, there can be such a deep longing to find the one and true answer, to seek until you have come to some kind of ultimate conclusion. However, one of the lessons of Neptune in the ninth house is to be honest about that need to always be looking for something more. Whether it is more educational knowledge, more spiritual practices, or more personal sacrifices, or more adventures. It is actually about becoming one through Neptune with the natural laws of life, the ninth house. It is about coming back to simplicity and using your intuition as your inner compass. We are taught from a young age through mass conditioning what is and is not natural, right? Like, for instance, being naked, although it is our true form, it is considered very unnatural in most cultures today. If we saw someone naked right now running around, we would be like, oh my God, someone call 911, there's a naked guy out there. But the truth is that what is natural to some may seem unnatural to others, and it doesn't mean either person is wrong. It is just what we have been conditioned to believe. In reality, what would be more natural than our naked bodies? When did we become so ashamed of our own skin? It is important to remember that our culture and environment act as influencers on us, whether or not we realize it. And this is consistent all the time. And because this is considered normal and never questioned, we all just assume it is the truth. Another thing that we have also been conditioned to believe is that there is always something more, better, and bigger for us to strive for, which can cause us to never be satisfied with what is and what we actually are and actually have. But when it comes to actual nature, that what is natural is always sincere and authentic. It never lies. When have the trees or the animals ever lied? In that way, we are able to learn from nature just by being connected to it and listening to it. It is absolutely true and pure. Neptune in the ninth house is about being able to discern what is false or deceptive from what is true and authentic. Understanding on a spiritual level that the path is where you currently stand, not something that needs to be sought after or grasped for. You are learning how to find the divine through aligning with the principles of nature on your quest for meaning. And the journey may actually take you to far off places to learn and to grow, but it always starts with the here and now. And once you are aligned to your more natural self, it is through your own personal intuition as your guide that you will find your way along the path. That is my interpretation of Neptune in the ninth house. I hope that this video was helpful for you guys, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you. Bye.